Hello, everyone. It's been a couple of months since my last chat, so I wanted to touch base on a number of issues. The Ontario Legislature was back in session on February 21st, and it appears that all parties now agree that hydro rates are a problem that must be dealt with, and soon. Of course, this is a problem created by this government that I've been ranting about for years. Now, finally, everyone else is caught up, even the Liberals. Their latest attempt at hoodwinking the public is knocking 25% off your hydro bill. Well, that's easy to do if you just raise the price by 100%. Instead of actually fixing the problem, they're just trying to delay and pray and placate voters until the next election. The Libertarian plan on hydro has been available online for many months now, and it calls for eliminating time of use and cutting your hydro bill in half by fixing the real problems. You know, the ones like where the countryside is pockmarked by windmills. Of course, while all parties in the Ontario Legislature argue about hydro, they all favor some form of carbon dioxide tax. Where is the opposition to that crazy idea, a tax on the climate, a tax to fix the climate? We're all paying for the cap-and-trade carbon tax now at the gas pump when you fill up, and every time your natural gas, oil, or propane furnace kicks in. Where's the dissenting voice in the legislature? Is it the PCs? No. They have the delusion that they can institute a revenue-neutral carbon tax on everyone. Have you ever heard of a neutral tax that government administers? Taxes aren't neutral. They're penalties. And a carbon tax is the most egregious of all because it's a tax on your very existence, a consumption tax on everything, a cash grab for living and breathing. The carbon tax choice we have in the legislature now is like asking if you'd rather be shot in the left foot or the right foot. Personally, I'd rather not be shot at all. But if you insist on voting for any of these three in the legislature, well, that's what you're going to get. Just after the new legislative session began, a newly elected MPP from the Ottawa area had her motion against Islamophobia voted on. It was similar to the federal motion, M103, and in the Ontario Legislature it was passed unanimously, though 25 MPPs were absent for that vote, interestingly. I would have voted against it, just out of principle. It's not the business of the government to tell people what to think. The government is there to protect individual rights, not encourage us to feel good about collectives or religions. Groups don't have rights. Only individuals do. Our Charter of Rights already acknowledges that Canadians have freedom of conscience and religion, freedom of thought, belief, opinion, and expression. For me, that's enough said. The three parties in the legislature are just virtue signaling, groveling for votes. I would expect the PCs to vote against this motion. I would have expected them to vote against it on principle, but they didn't. The conservative part of progressive conservative seems to be fading fast. The Ontario general election is still 16 months away. Can't wait. The three parties in the legislature are actually blurring together even more. They're so close now you can't jam a razor blade between them to see a difference. And if you count in the Greens, who, like us, have no representation in the legislature, you really need to ask yourself, do any of those four parties represent your views? Be honest. We're the fifth largest party in Ontario, and growing fast, and we're a real opposition, asking for your support before it's too late. I'm Alan Small, speaking on behalf of the Ontario Libertarian Party.